Hello, ladies and gents. Ethan, Andrew. We're getting real serious, real fast here on the Lakelands Football Show. Wearing my red shirt, rocking stern looks. There's only one reason why. What is that, Andrew?
Region football.
Region football. So we got a couple teams out this week. 96 and Abbeville are out, and I believe Dixie is also. But a lot of people are already getting into their region schedule, and I guess that's where we get this game of the week this week. We have Hillcrest coming into town to face Greenwood. Andrew, I got to cover Hillcrest last year at Hillcrest. They're a really good team. They look to be really good again. I guess, what are you thinking about this Friday's matchup?
You know, like Ethan said, Hillcrest is a really good team. They're the defending Class 4A Division I state champion.
Big boys.
They beat down Dutch Fork in that state title game, too. They return almost everybody. But at the same time, Greenwood was up at halftime last year against them at their place. Kind of made some mistakes down the stretch to give that game away. So I think it's going to be a very competitive game. I don't think Greenwood, those two losses they've had recently, they're in the distant past. I think Greenwood's going to come out firing. They don't lose very often at Pinky Bab Stadium. So I think Greenwood's going to right the ship a little bit and start off Region 1 4A play with a victory.
The Ballinger twins, the star running backs for Hillcrest, they came into the McDonald's while I was writing my story, and I don't think they could even sit down because their quads were so big they had to stand up and eat the whole time. That's not true at all. But,
Hey, guys, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I think I'm going to have to pull a plug on this show.
God, I knew it was coming.
I know it's not that high budget, but you haven't gotten us a sponsor yet, okay? And I mean, that's a problem. That was part of the deal. You got to get a sponsorship. And look, he's eating up the budget in pens. So, wrap it up. This may be the last one, okay?
Guys, that was our executive editor, Richard Whiting, and I guess we're going to have to speed up the rest of the show here. So I'm going to be covering Southside and Emerald this week. Emerald, coming off a loss to Greer. A lot of people are probably going to lose to Greer in the region this year. Southside looks to be very athletic. A lot of weapons on the outside. I think it matches up really well with Emerald's secondary, and I think that they're going to take this win at home.
Well, after that depressing message from Mr. Whiting, let's try to pick things up a little bit here. Okay. This is our last show, possibly. So we'll move on to Ware Shoals. A lot of positive energy around Ware Shoals for the first time in quite some time.
Yeah.
Probably since 2013 with their football team. They finally got a win last week. Shut out Dixie. Was up there earlier this week. Kids are pumped, happy. Coaches are happy. The school's happy. They got a lot of good vibes, and now they're taking on Calhoun Falls tonight, which is Coach Mike Crago's old school. He was athletic director there for 6 years. So it's going to be a very interesting, intriguing matchup. Coach Crago very well might know the Calhoun Falls kids better than the Ware Shoals kids since he was with those kids for 6 years. So very interesting matchup. Calhoun Falls is very fast and athletic, but I think Ware Shoals is going to have a good game plan in place, and they're going to win game number 2.
Well, looking at one of the only Region 2, Class 2 teams playing this week, Saluda taking on, I almost said Middle Valley.
Midland Valley. It's probably the same thing.
Doesn't matter. Saluda's going to win. Malik Brooks is just looking great. Their offense is looking awesome also. And I feel like, they lost last year, this team. And so, I think they win this game. I don't see how they're not in the top 10.
Well, I vote for them every week, so they're going to get there eventually. I'm all aboard the Saluda bandwagon as well, at least for one more week. Abbeville next week, who knows? But they're looking pretty good, so I'll take Saluda as well.
Other games in the area, St. Joe's at McCormick. I got to see St. Joe's against 96. 96's running backs tore them up. I think that's an advantage for McCormick, considering Mateo Durant is one of the running backs in the area. I'm going to pick McCormick in that one. And last but not least, we have Newberry Academy at Greenwood Christian. Greenwood Christian's going to win.
Whoa.
That's it for the Lakelands Football Show, I guess ever. Follow us on Twitter still for the rest of the season. Who knows if we're going to be back. IJ Ethan Joyce. IJ Andrew Mackey.
Also, don't forget IJ Greg Hampton, our sports editor. He does some good work as well.
Everything will be online at indexjournal.com/sports.
# Lakelands Football.
Bye, everybody.